So background, my whole family was always very active in sports. My dad played football for U of H and UCLA and played pro football for a bit. And so he was just always very much a sports fan. And so when we were young, we were in basketball, track, all those different things. And I started throwing discus, if I recall, because I was doing the hurdles and I fell. I got hurt. I was probably 7, 8, 9, and saw people throwing things, went and tried that. It was non-contact and I was much better at it. So started throwing discus when I was really young and really just fell in love with it. And so did it all the way through my undergraduate career. I wouldn't say I have any particular favorite memories. I think it's just the experience as a whole. Was something that I look back and really enjoy and feel fortunate to have had. It very much was a familial atmosphere, and there was a lot of support. My coach was Nancy Wenzel, and she was so young looking back herself at the time in her early 20s when she brought me in, and she was just always so supportive and really striving to understand all my needs as a student athlete. So not just, my performance as far as my throws, but also making sure I was passing, doing all the things I needed to do there. And so I think just the friendships I made, the opportunities to travel, which was not something I was really exposed to when I was younger. So just, all of those different things together made it a great experience. Once I graduated, I was really torn between public health, education, all of those different things. And so I I went and got my master's in public health. And I was teaching at the time, but very interested in health disparities. But through some connections and discussions, made my way into infection control. So I've been working in that realm of healthcare for the past decade. And so I'm currently an associate vice president over a healthcare organization in Arizona. And I do some consulting lately with infection control, more in the entertainment industry, a new opportunity that's come up because we're currently in a pandemic. It honestly feels like a different life. Honestly, it's kind of hard to imagine, like when I go to the gym now and I'm struggling to squat the bar, it's hard to imagine 15-ish years ago when all of that happened and what I accomplished back then. So I think it's really a nice reminder. It's really validating of my experience and efforts that I did then. And I'm just thankful for it, to be able to have that be reminded to me, have something that becomes a little bit of history that I can share with my daughters as well. It's really nice. No, like I said, it was a really great experience at Rice. And it's something that during the time it was a culture shock and it was very different from me growing up in South Texas. But it was very much something that has shaped the trajectory of my career professionally and even my endeavors academically and my expectations when I engage with people and just and how I see things, and expect things to be done. Rice is a special institution. And so like I said, I'm thankful to have had that experience, to have been decently good in discus and to be at a place that really cultivated that talent and made it into something, that allowed me to have the accomplishments that you mentioned. And I'm very thankful to be remembered and inducted in the Hall of Fame.